Studios introductions. Hello and welcome. This is our introduction. Swamp Ass. Speaking of poocoin, maybe we should have a Swamp Ass contract too. All right, guys. So we left off on the last one. Honestly, I don't remember. I think Aurelian spun up the front end, right? We like ran it, and I think it connected, and we explained what kind of like more the scope. Obviously, Aurelian's not going to be here tonight because if Aurelian doesn't have to do anything, he's not going to be here. We're not doing the front end, but we are going to do the contract tonight, and going to be making some poocoins. So I guess I can spin that up, dude. And let me. Okay, so for now, I think we said we'll just do like remix for the contract, right? The token contract.
Yeah. Yes, I believe so.
And then maybe if we do the staking thing. So, okay, so Fido, let me ask you this, dude. Since I know you were doing some research on, hard hat and like truffle sweets and all that stuff. When would you say is like a good time and or like what would necessitate using that as opposed to just like ripping it from like Remix and deploying it? What would you say?
It would just be the utility of having. I'm thinking like the best use case is like if you want to like test the contract, the environment makes it like really easy to do that. And then if you want to deploy to can you deploy to a test network on via Remix?
Yeah. But okay. And I would probably say that it's probably like I think we're kind of in the same camp. It's probably like for whenever you're trying to just deal with more complicated stuff, right?
Yeah. At a high level, that would definitely be it. I would say that it's I guess I don't. I'm trying to think. If you want to install a front end, you could do it via the hard hat environment fairly easily through something like React, which I know that you guys were wanting to use as well. So
like with hard hat, basically you can get the entire development environment all locally on your computer, like all connected together, right? You know,
here.
Yeah,
you could kind of think of it as like your scaffolding, and you could decide what you want to attach or detach to it in order to go to deployment with that given contract or given platform that you're trying to build.
What about building poocoins? Does it help with building poocoins?
Of course.
All right, so I'll just go ahead and let me increase the size on this. I'll go ahead and make a new contract. All right. And I guess we can call this, do we just call it poo ERC20.solana? Solana. No. ERC20.
Poo ERC20. Yeah. I like that.
Okay. Let's do that.
It tickles my fancy.
All right. So I think we got to do the old pragma solidity. So here's what I was thinking too. If I could spell right, SOLIDITY. What is the latest? I'll just do what I did in the last one. It was 0. What's it? 0.8, like flat. Can it do 8 flat?
0.8.7. You can do 0.7.
0.7.
0.8.7.
0.8.7. Okay, let's do that. You know what? They're probably gonna gripe about the stupid fucking. You guys remember the license thing? Hold on, I gotta find this.
Yeah, SPDX license identifier.
I might have one from a repository. Let me see.
Ruthless Viking in the house. In the house. It's time to get some knowledge. Good evening, gents. Good evening.
Howdy.
Yes, come and absorb the knowledge of the poocoin. SPDX license. Okay, thank you. The MIT license. The distinguished MIT license.
Perfect.
All right. Now, hopefully that won't get mad at me anymore. All right. And so next, I'll just break this. We'll have one contract on the outer. It has to have the same name as the actual file. So poo ERC20. All right. Okay. So I was telling you guys about the safe math, and then like let me just leave a comment here. Safe math contract. Go here. All right, we'll make these comments more professional later on. Don't freak out, people. And then the interface ERC20, which I'm totally going to copy. See, go here. I think there is. Let me check my files too. I think there's another.
And Josh, as you get rolling, brother, could you zoom in for viewability on the text editor? Thank you, sir.
It's my old eyes.
Yeah,
there we go.
It's good.
All right. We also need. I'm gonna need a. I should zoom in more than this actually.
Yeah, dude. It's tough, like recording and coding. It really is. It's so crazy because you don't have as much space as you normally do. But awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's easier on a Mac to zoom in though, is it not?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my Windows experience. Oh god.
How's that going, by the way, dude?
Oh, it's so bad, so bad. But it's just a learning curve. I'll get over it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Thank you, Bill Gates. Thank you for creating just the best operating system in the world. Absolutely unrivaled. They keep doing this thing, dude, where like if I don't pay attention, like Microsoft Edge somehow, some way keeps trying to pop up tabs, dude.
Like it's you set the default.
Yeah, it's so creepy like that, man. Like, oh,
makes sense.
It's like the internet browser version of Clippy.
Yeah, it's like a really clingy girlfriend, you know, like, don't you love me? Why? I'm good, you know.
Oh my god, I remember Clippy. You guys remember Clippy?
Remember Clippy?
Clippy. It was that a browser?
Oh, you were you weren't a Windows guy.
He was he might have been too young to like remember that, Cody.
What was Clippy?
Okay, I will show you guys Clippy. I think Cody, we're talking about the same guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was
Office Suite.
Office assistant. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me switch screens real quick and show this one. Okay. All right.
For the Zoomer audience and
the Office assistants. All right, people in the audience, everyone, it's time to educate you guys. I know we came here to do Ethereum blockchain coding, but sorry, we got to take a break real quick. So this is important. If you can't understand this, you're never going to understand
the blockchain.
Okay. This Clippy, right, Cody? This guy?
Yep. That's where it all started.
The Office Assistant is a discontinued intelligent user interface for Microsoft Office that assisted users by way of interacting and animated characters. It was kind of like it was like an annoying ass Siri that was very buggy and didn't really work very good, right? But I remember it was like, dude, I think at one point it was like $100-something for like a bazillion year subscription or something like that. Like it used to cost money, right? Like when you clicked it, it would like, if you wanted to actually use it, you had to pay money, right?
Yeah.
Was he actually helpful?
No, not at all. It would literally like pop up when you're trying to type something and like get in the way and mess up all your formatting on your document. It's awful. It's brutal.
Damn,
Microsoft's best troll invention ever.
They really care about that user experience.
Yeah, and this was a time where that was like not so much of a it wasn't so much of a thing too. People were like just actually even after that too, like shortly after that. What year? I killed the article. Whatever. I'm gonna forget about what year it was, but I think I was like maybe like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, something like that. Fucking forever ago, dude.
Crazy.
Apparently Windows XP was like the last to have it, or Office XP.
Clippy.
It's weird. I didn't know that came with Windows. I thought that was like in hindsight, like looking back, I thought that was just like an annoying ass like targeted thing from a for your browser cookies or something. I don't know. I didn't know. Sam says Bill Gates did 2 computers what he is doing now, 2 immune systems. Oof, we just got blacklisted.
Making them really good.
Really good.
Yeah, making them really good.
Making them the best ever.
Mr. Gates is a distinguished gentleman. Everyone here can learn a thing or two from him. Okay, so I'll just put like a can you do asterisk? Yeah, cool. Thank you. I'm so happy. We'll put like deploy DEPLOYED address, and we'll probably like write some like other stuff here. But that's whatever address we're gonna deploy it from, I suppose. And then okay, so this and actually, can I draw? Hold on, do I have a drawing plugin? All right, so let me kill this screen share one more time, guys. Sorry about that. And allow me to break out the whiteboard TM. Let me for you guys at least, and the audience too, because we care about people in the audience.
Of course.
Quick breakdown. I know we kind of talked about like we did like a general whiteboard, but specifically for the ERC20 token. So we're gonna have like the main contract, right? We'll just say this is like main. But we're gonna try to keep it in one file. I don't know why this is using like Peter Pan colored green, but as long as everybody can see it, I guess it works. So like this is just gonna be one file, all right? A flat file. That way, if you remember the fucking issue that we had with those people at Unusable X, I'm sorry, I mean Immutable X, with getting the contract verified.
Later too.
Yeah. If we shove all this in just one contract, when we go to verify the contract later on Etherscan, it won't be a problem. So instead of like inheriting a bunch of stuff, we're gonna have a safe math contract on the top. So we're gonna have like one contract here. And then what else did I write on there? We're gonna have the interface. I'll just put IF interface or IC interface contract. This one here, and then approve, and callback. There's my dyslexia writing the letter before it was actually time to write that letter. And then we'll have the actual main, this is just gonna be like the token itself. And that's going to be like at the bottom, okay? And probably like the largest one. But we're going to use like all these stoofs inside of this one. But we'll just keep it in this one file. Make sense?
Yeah, that was really helpful to see.
Capiche? Sweet.
Capiche.
All right, so let us knock out the good old Mr. Token. All right, so for safe math, we're going to have 4 functions. We need to have a safe add, so we can add safely. A safe subtract, safe multiply, safe if, safe divide. And to do this, we'll make it ancient. Function safe add TM. It's going to take 2 numbers. So uint, uint, a, or let's do x, uint, y. Take 2 numbers, public, here, tm, and it's going to return a uint as well. Dude, you know what really bothers me? We'll just say that it returns uint z. You know what really bothers me is like this whole part of like a function header in, oh wow, sorry guys.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
What really bothers me is the way that you have to put the returns on with Solidity, dude. It's like the extra params. So you have to put params twice in the function header of a Solidity function.
It's gross. Yeah,
I feel like whoever did that was just trying to be like cool and different. I don't see that as necessary, but what do you guys think? How do y'all feel?
It was like the Urban Outfitters of coding, you know, that designed it.
We're super cool. But it would be even cooler if they had an actual add. Like, so you can't use anything from like the standard library because like it's as bare bones as it gets, right? And I think the reason for that, I would assume, is because you're trying to push like the most minuscule amount of like data into a transaction that's going to get wrapped up into a block on the blockchain, right? But that being said, like if you have to call like an add function, you could just do the adding like arithmetic in the contract itself, right? Or you could just do what the smart and studious developers do and like make another contract like we're doing right here and inherit that contract and then call like an add function. But at the end of the day, you're still like typing extra shit that inevitably is going to get like compiled down like bytecode and shoved in that same chain, right? So like that's what I don't get. Support I don't get, dude.
Huh.
We'll make z and we're going to set equal to x plus y. So whatever the user is, or not user in this case, but whatever is passed into this function. And we also want to use this require, and you don't have to do this, but we want z to be at least greater than or equal to a. Now I don't really know how Z could not be greater than or equal to A if you're going to be adding them together, unless this is a negative number. But I don't. What is it saying? Expected. We got. Okay, hold on, guys. I have to fix my. What is it mad about? It's mad about something, guys. Help! Oh my god, the contract. It said it expected a squiggly line, but it got returned.
Oh, you need an S on your return.
Wait, what's that?
Returns?
You need an S on your return.
I made
returns, right?
returns up. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Returns up, because we're not actually returning something. We're just putting a goddamn return word in the function header, which again, okay. And this one, undeclared identifier. Oh, sorry. It's X, not A.
Oh.
A. Maybe I should just done ABC. That would have been. All right. So all this is going to do is just kind of like think of this like an if statement, but it works a little bit different in Solidity than like an if statement would. If an if statement, so you know, an if statement, when it does that conditional check, if that doesn't happen, then it kind of like just goes on to the next line of code, right? So if 1 is equal to 1, true, that's true, right? Because 1 is always going to be 1. Then it's going to execute the next sequence of code, right? But if 1 is equal to 2 is in the if statement, which is not true because 1 is not equal to 2. Instead of like going inside of the logic in the if statement, it just skips over it and goes to whatever the next line of code is, right? With the require, I'm not 100% sure if I remember this correctly, but technically it's going to like just kill the entirety of the function. Like it won't even do anything else after that. It might actually just kill the entirety of programming execution at that point, which is like a whole different can of worms because we're talking about like smart contracts on a chain somewhere. But I'm just putting this in here because I'm looking at older code that I did before, and I know this was the cool thing to do. So, all right, there's our add function, safe sub, and we're going to also give it a unsigned integer x, unsigned uint y. Numbers, public pure returns z, right? And we want z to be equal to x minus y. And we also want to require. Can I require here anything? What have I done before?
Yeah, that requires pretty cool because it forces the condition effectively. Pretty much.
Yeah, and it'll just like kill everything if it's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
I think this needs to be. In this case, up here. Is that why I got mad at me? Oh, what happened? Sorry, guys.
Deleted.
B and A. Sorry.
Apparently, require is more gas expensive than using revert. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but according to Chainlink Labs, it is. Yeah. So revert you can set like your own custom. Basically like failure messages or like error messages instead of like returning a string when you use revert.
Okay.
I don't know if that's new. I don't know if that's a newer thing, but
what happens if the so like require will stop running the code effectively? What happens when the condition is not met through the revert function?
Yeah, so it's not just continues the code. So you would use just like a typical like if else statement. Well, not else, but if. So if it meets a certain condition, then it's going to revert it. Otherwise, it's going to continue doing what it's supposed to do.
Oh, okay, got it. So it doesn't just like hard stop it.
Yeah, it does. It basically does the same thing as revert. It's just less gas expensive, apparently.
Oh, interesting. We learning.
We learning today.
We learning.
I remember going over something like that in the documentation for like the last, not like the bootcamp ETH bootcamp, but the blockchain fundamentals one. And I know we were talking about that a little bit, but I think revert, yeah, like you said, well, like it's considered like deprecated now, right?
I don't know, possibly.
Huh.
If they do the same thing, then and one is more gas safe than the other. One is less gas intensive than the other. I don't know. Who knows, dude? Ask Vitalik. Did you guys see the title I put on the video tonight?
No. What's the title?
I think I put Vitalik's worst nightmare. TM. Bleh. People are probably gonna like see that and like, who the fuck is Vitalik?
Right.
Who the hell is that guy?
What's the Vitajit? There's like the Indian version of Vitalik.
Is there?
Yeah, he's on a sticker pack somewhere.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yes, I do know that sticker, dude. I do know that sticker now. I know that sticker.
Oh, I love those sticker packs, man.
I'm gonna put finish FIN ISH this require later as well. I'm gonna because the requires for the multiplication division. I don't know what I can with safeguards I can do.
Yeah.
For meow, we'll just do that later, I suppose. All right, so here, this is our safe maths, quick maths contract. All right, so we have our safe maths contract, and we know that we're gonna want to inherit this. So what we's going to be needs to doing is we're gonna needs to go to the regular contract and say is safe math. All right, that way I don't forget about that later. What's it saying here? Identifier not found or unique. I mean, like, this is it though. Is this contract together? Is lowercase m. Okay, that's right. That fixed it. Okay, onwards and upwards, guys. All right, so we're just going to use this safe math contract inside of our poo ERC20 poocoin smart contract to be able to just call these like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division functions. And then next, I mean, like so there's 3 other contracts. Like we have a proven callback. We have an owner contract too, or owned. I got to put that. I forgot about that. Sorry, guys. Forgot about that too. Contract. Go here. We'll do probably this later. But at the very least, let's get this interface. So the reason, and you don't have to use interface. The reason I want to use the interface, obviously for like the typical reasons that anyone would use an interface, but more so kind of just for forcing us to make these specific functions be a certain way with a certain name, so that we know that we're 100%
for sure adhering to the Vitalik's ERC20 token standard.
Because if we weren't adhering to that, then Vitalik might get angry at us, and we don't want to make him mad. So I'll knock out this interface, and then we can inherit this interface. And I think we should be Gucci. So if you guys remember on the other stream we did, we looked at like the ERC20 token standard documentation, and we were just going over the required functions and also the unrequired functions. Right. So we'll just make an interface for those. So contract, and we'll say ERC20 enter. Actually, if we're actually going to be lead to studious developers, we need to put an I at the beginning of that. Although that kind of seems redundant. Interface, ERC20 interface, but we'll put an I there anyway, just to be cool. That way, if anyone ever reads this, they're like, hey, I know for sure this is an interface, even though it's got the word interface in it and there's a comment that says interface. It is the right thing to do, right? So we have to have a function total supply. That was their function. Actually, sorry, guys. Let me just, because I'm not going to finish these lines. So function total supply, balance of, is what we need. Function, they want an allowance. They want a function called transfer. Function called, I think it's approve. Yes, we need this transfer from too. Function transfer from. We need 2 events. Event transfer with a capital, because apparently you're supposed to put, you make your events capitalized in Solidity. No, transfer. And then no, stop it. Sense. Why are you doing that? I'm gonna kill this thing. And then we need another event approval. You guys know what an event is?
I know. Event emitter. I think I know what that is. It's like, so you could essentially get an idea of what happened to the contract or what's going on with the contract, but I don't know what an event is defined as specifically. No,
Cody.
That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah, you're pretty much right. So when you have an emit, so you have the events, and when you're emitting from like the event. So you can think of like if this were to act as like a function, you can think of the event as like the function header or the function declaration, where you actually put the name of the function and like the logic in the function, and then the emit is like when you're calling that function. Except they're not like functions in a truly functional nature. What they are doing, which I'm sure like multiple functions probably get invoked down in the back end, like trickling down. But what happens is it logs data on the blockchain after a sequence of things. So like, let's just say you have a function that's called transfer, and like Cody Moose and the Who sends 2,000 poocoins to you at like 6 o'clock. Well, what happens when Cody sends poocoins from his wallet to your wallet? The transfer function gets initiated, right, and gets called,
right.
And at the bottom of the transfer function, they'll have like an emit, and it'll just like, hey, this was successful. X amount of tokens were sent from here to here, whatever information you want to put.
Right.
That's what they're for. It just like logs stuff literally to the chain. But when you're using like development and stuff and all these tools like Hardhat and Truffle, or if you actually like pulling up your node, if you're going to go like super deep, you can like see all these events and stuff, and you can go back in time too and like look at the logs per se.
Yeah, I always wondered if you could technically write it without event emitters, but there wouldn't be a lot of that. It wouldn't be very useful to do that, really.
Like, I guess the thing is like, all right, so let's think of something in real life that I have a good example, dude. All right, I got a good example. Do you remember when we had the little incident with unusable X? Remember that?
Yes.
Okay. So when Cody's laughing, when me and Aurelian were trying to figure out what the fuck was going on, like the first thing we did is we pulled up our server. We went into the server, right? And we were trying to check through the server logs, and we wanted to see like, hey, what was going on? Did anything in there happen? Did anybody get into our server? But we neglectfully forgot to add logging to during every time a specific thing was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And at that point in time in the future, which future's always what? It's always I don't know, whatever insert saying here. I forgot the saying, guys. Sorry, but at that time we were like, we wish we could have gone back and like seen like, hey, like what the fuck happened? That's pretty much what these are for, right? Like those events, those emits, they're just kind of like little
expensive cost log.
Yeah, it's an expensive cost that costs literal Ethereum. But hey, I guess, dude, if you're talking about like moving money and stuff around, I guess you kind of got to be
because otherwise you're flying blind is pretty much what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir. All right, what is this saying? Did I spell that wrong? Expected. Oh
Constant.
Wait, a second. Did I spell that constant? It's blue.
Constant.
C-O-N-S-T-A-N-T. Constant. What is it mad about, yo? What's it mad about? Oh, you know what? I actually think maybe it doesn't know that this is an interface. This should know.
But you capitalize the I, Josh.
Yeah, I know. I capitalized the I in front of it, dude. It should know.
Dude, what the heck?
Command. I think it's this. I think it's because these other ones down here aren't finished yet. Let me do this one. So balance of. So total supply isn't going to take any kind of information. So no parameters are going to be taken into total supply. All right. Balance of, like, what are we going to need to find someone's balance? What are we going to need to find someone's balance? We're going to need their like address, right? You need an address, someone's address to get their balance. So balance of is going to take an address. So there's our data type, and we'll just call this token owner. Yeah, they will let us put the names of the variables of the parameters. Actually, yeah, I think you actually need to name this parameter token owner for it to be
ERC20 standard.
But I'm willing to bet that if you change the name, it would probably still work.
Out of curiosity, when was the ERC20 standard initially implemented?
Was it 2013 13? That's a good question. Let's Google it. ERC20 standard. It was EIP. It was Ethereum Improvement Proposal 20, I think, actually. EIP. Let me see. 2015. Dude, okay. I remember. I just did the Vitalik clap. I remember why, dude. So when you asked that question, I had like fucking, what is it called when you get like a flashback that you don't know is a flashback?
Deja vu.
Because when we had that last boot camp, the blockchain fundamentals boot camp, somebody asked that too, and I went like live on the webinar and I Google searched the dates. And it's my birthday, November 19th.
Oh, okay.
I remember that after you said that, or after I Googled it and looked at it again.
You and Vitalik, man, it was meant to be. You know, this is why you're coding.
My boy, dude. Vitalik, you my boy, dude. Hey, you guys remember? Don't forget, give VitalikFit.io. We gotta get fit.
Give Vitalik Fit.
Go to it.
I got it.
I'd pull it up, but let me finish this. Let me finish this code here, dude. Remaining, so we got to return the remaining. Wait a second, I'm on the next one. Sorry, balance. We're gonna call this balance. Okay, so this one was fine, but this one I wants to get mad about. Public consent. You know what? I think because the handbook that I'm looking at is from like an older version of this. I don't think we can use consent for this. Let me just remove that. Okay, well then, now the error went somewhere else. Let's finish all these first, because all these are just unfinished, and that's probably what's jacking it up. So we got the allowance function. So what would you guys say is required for an allowance? We need the address, because how much can they spend? How much can this entity spend for somebody? And then also, we got to have the person spending, and we can explain. I think we kind of broke this down briefly. Did I spell allowance right, guys?
Allowance is
allow
ants.
OWANC.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
Useless without spell check. So
yeah, I wasn't. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was just making fun of Cody for also being a terrible speller like me.
Absolutely.
What were you saying, Fido?
I was gonna say I'm a pretty bad speller too. I was in a spelling bee in 8th grade, and the word that I got eliminated on was nephew. I went
EHEW.
No, nephew. I went NEF. Sorry, Mr. Alvaro. Could you exit the stage?
Dude, most people I know that are devs like aren't the best spellers, except for two people, Aurelian and Mike Z. The only two people that are
really good at spelling. Yeah.
He is. Mike Z, you need to come do some spell check on all this stuff afterwards.
What is this Vitalik.io, bro? Is this for real? What's going on?
Yeah. Look at the date on it. There's like a roadmap on there. I think it's from like 2016, right?
2017.
2017. Yeah, they never finished their yeah, they never finished their roadmap. I don't think they got enough funding. Did they get? Does it say the amount of funding they got?
Let's see.
I think
they got
an actual like
33.5 ETH.
33.5 ETH. God damn.
Yeah, their goal was 2,000 ETH.
Wonder where all that ETH went.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, 33 ETH is still 33 ETH, you know?
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Crazy.
For sure. I wonder if, because think about how many projects like that just like poof, right? And they just had like millions of dollars donated to them from people trying to like get in the beginning and just never turned out. As soon as like, it looks like, because that was 2017, the market probably went south after that. Everything got sour and everyone probably just gave up and ran away, right?
Yeah, they have the roadmap, and it's like a meter, and it's in 4 phases, and it's stuck at phase 1.
Phase 1.5.
Yeah.
Don't worry though, poocoin. It's not going to do that. It would never do that.
No, never, never.
No,
Your funds are safe.
Yes, we will make sure we will die. We will all go broke before we let poocoin let anyone down. Trust me, I'm a doctor. I think I know why this is doing this, because I'm not giving this a parameter name on the returns, but in the standard docs you don't need to. But we'll just say total supply, all like that, lowercase s. Why are you mad?
It's a really good site. So I'm still on Fit Vitalik.
Yeah, it's not bad, right? It's not bad, right? I'll pull it up after I finish this in a second.
And it's not made with React.
What do you think it's made with?
What'd you say?
What do you think it's made with?
I don't know. Oh, that's a good question.
It's made with .NET, bro.
No.
Dude, do you think we could build a .NET Web3 app?
We have to. That's what this has to be.
You guys want to do that?
I guess I have a hard time like thinking about how like that would actually work, but
I
guess we would just use like all the middleware and the front end of like a CSS HTML page on .NET, and we just don't have any like any controllers or any kind of like database or anything. I don't know.
That'd be crazy.
Or maybe we could. Maybe we would need it for like people to like log in, and I don't know, son. I don't know what to figure that out when it comes to it. All right, so this thing is still fucking mad at me. What is this saying?
What is it saying, dude?
Expected curly brace, but got constant. But then it also is showing line 36, and it's expecting a curly brace here, but it got constant. Okay, here's one contract. Here's the so this one. I think. Oh my God, guys! I don't know what's going on with this. I think. Okay, you know what? Fuck you, Solidity. I'm just gonna comment this out. Let's see if that works. This shouldn't have to all be encapsulated in one giant ass contract, right? We got this contract. We got this contract. Okay, so now different error. We got constant. Same thing.
Huh. What is it?
What are you saying, son? Let me do some snooping over here. And what did I call that one? I said contract poo ERC20 is. We all these comments. All right. Let's just nuke that.
What if it's
Let's nuke this white space. Maybe it's like having a hard time figuring it out. I don't know. And then maybe we can go and check. Same error.
Cody dropped something in the chat, Josh, if you want to check it out.
Error. Oh, the whole entire data type. Wait, UN should just default to that, though, shouldn't it? UN
256.
Yeah.
It should. I mean, it's a more general way of applying it. But I think
it's some kind of syntax here.
Yeah, I mean, did you already tried taking out the constant too, which was probably like.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, let's try that again now though. After I commented out the other contract.
That to be
all right. So look at that. It moved the error down to another line. So that means, what does this one say? Probably something similar. Okay, but got constant. So he's expecting something else. Maybe, if they actually had newer documentation, we would know how to do this. But if I use my eyes,
does it have to be a view? I don't think it should matter.
No. Well, okay. It's public. It's constant. Are any of these other ones views? No, right?
Does not seem like it.
Something's up with the syntax, homies. That's what I think. Something's all jacked up on Mountain Dew. I'm trying to figure out what the hell it is.
Is the use for constant on a version of Solidity that is not consistent with the one that you're specifically referencing in that file.
Let me look at the one. Let me try. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's do a test. Let's do 24. This is the last. Not docs. Okay, so that actually that solved that problem.
Nice.
And now we got one here. So
need an S on the returns.
Oh yeah, returns with an S. Okay. So I guess we got to use like this version of the compiler. Okay, whatever.
424.
We'll look later on a different episode or something. Like what the hell is up with that? What up, Matt W?
What's up, bro?
George W, Matt W, guys in the chat. If you guys don't know, Matt W is George W's younger, long lost son.
That's true.
We have to all be quiet about.
Don't you know?
Now watch this drive.
What was that?
Now watch this drive.
Indeed. Okay. All right. So now, that got sorted, and then we're gonna have to have the actual. We have like 2 other contracts here. I'll do like that. It's supposed to be. Oh wait. Afterwards? No, we don't. We just actually. Wait a second. Sorry, guys. I'm all over the place right now. We need a approve and call back, and then we also need owned. But here, my friends, we'll do contract. Who ERC20.
It's funny because if you read it like that, it reads poor C20.
Work. All right, so we're gonna inherit safe maths, quick maths. 2 + 2 is 4, and then also we want to inherit ERC20 interface, bro. Oh my god. Okay. All right, no errors. Boom.
Nice.
Okay, so quick recap. You have this quick maths with the safe math contract, because in Solidity we can't call a fucking add or subtract function. We got to write that into its own contract. And instead of us doing the actual logic in the contract, we felt that it was safer, way more safe, because again, this is safe math, right? We felt it was more safe to decompartmentalize, make everything modular. How'd you like that keyword that I used? More modular.
Spicy.
Separate it out, inherit it, so we can add. We have 4 functions we can call add, subtract, divide, multiply. Cool. We can do basic math now. Congrats, we're all scientists. And then we also have this interface contracts. We're going to inherit the interface, and that's all you really need to do to like be bound into an interface. We use basic polymorphism. Here's another buzzword. How'd you like that? Basic polymorphism. So our poocoin is going to inherit. So its parent is going to be this interface, which basically binds us to us having to have at a bare minimum all these functions and these events with the same names, the same return types, the same keywords in the headers. And yeah, from there, I mean, the logic that we can do in there, it can be like, customized per se. But at the end of the day, we have to have a function called total supply. It's got to return an integer. We have to have a function named balance of. It has to take an address as a parameter. It's got to return a balance, and so on and so forth, right? So, and then we have to do 2 other like little tiny contracts that we're also going to inherit, and then we can get to the big boy stuff and actually write the poocoin contract and send it off into the sunset. Matt W says, I'm his long lost son who forgot his password on his laptop. So maybe that makes me Sleepy Joe's son? ? Dude, what if, man? What if they were like the same? What if they're the same person? What do you guys think about that?
They could be.
Could be.
Is this the point where I play the X-Files? All right, here's get Vitalik fit.
Do this
Photoshop. Pretty good job, dude. Pretty good job.
It was pretty convincing when I first saw it. I was like, whoa.
Because some people are much too busy thinking about our future, they've forgotten to think about theirs. Oh, that's so sweet, dude.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. We got to donate. You guys want to all donate 1 ETH to these people? We, the crypto community, have made it our mission to help the altruistic yet self-neglected genius at a time. We're talking about Vitalik Buterin. Sure, he's one cool dude. Their ICO has ended. What was their is trading on CoinNox. Whoa, doesn't even exist anymore. I don't think we want to go to this exchange, fellas. CoinNox. Wait a second. What if we just go to coinnox.com? It's still live. 521. Yikes, dude. Sus, bro. Sus.
Dang.
My Ethereum.
My ETH. So they wanted to get 2,000 ETH for their goal, but it looks like they already went ahead with their ICO with only 33 ETH. Why is it so important to help Vitalik? He's a bona fide genius. He co-founded Bitcoin Magazine and he invented Ethereum. So the plan. By now. Fortunately, success has made him so super busy. He's forgotten his very important person in his life, himself. That's what we need to make. That's why we're here. We have the perfect plan for his rescue. So what are they going to do? They're going to make sure that he gets healthy sleep. They're going to make sure he gets physical activity. Not necessarily hitting the gym, but what are they going to like pay for his gym membership? Like what? Was that the plan to pay for his gym membership? It's awfully nice of him. Matt says it looks nice too. I know it's a very nice thing for these people to do, and they're also going to give him make sure he gets a healthy diet and nutrition. So maybe they're going to pay for his food too. I don't know. That was the plan. Frankly, looking at some of his pictures, we are very concerned about Vitalik's health and well-being. If he's not going to do something about it, then we intend to take action and get our. Oh no! Subscribe. No.
They still hit you with the pop-up email.
They want to get him in shape. 23 at the time. Their fundraiser, ICO, blah, blah, blah. Let's get him. Oh, so they are going to give him a gym membership, bro.
There you go, dude.
Is this Photoshop too? This got to be Photoshop.
I don't know.
I don't think he actually posed like that in the gym somewhere. Let's provide him with his own personal coach. Let's get him to eat healthy. Wow, miscellaneous too. Oh, I think you're talking about here. They got to phase 1.
2017.
They didn't make it past phase 1. Gee willikers. Man, dude, we should guys, we're trying to. We're working too much, Cody. You're right. We're working too much, man. You guys should we just do this and just rug everybody instead of just actually trying to provide value? I don't know. We could just go like the email from the Guava email from the email list, Sam, talking about how like 3 Arrows Capital just like ghosts everybody. Whatever, dude. Let's just. Sorry, you guys. We're no longer gonna try. We're just gonna rug you all and just I don't know, right off into the Sahara Desert or something.
But poocoin's totally legit. Please back that ICO.
Oh, trust me, we'll make sure poocoin's all good.
This is our last good one, guys. Last.
That's it. Last chance to get your poocoin right now.
Last chance.
All right, fellas. You want to say anything special?
No, I think we're Gucci.
Later, dog.